Welcome back. This is where we get into the textbook and show you how to do the homework. Now, first of all, you have all gone through this stuff. What is economics? Essence of economic scarcity in action. All of that. And now we are right here. And obviously you clicked on this to be where you are right now. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and access the textbook. Now, when you go in there for the first time, it's going to want you to register. It's going to ask a bunch of questions, and they might even try to sell you something. I can't remember. It seems like I can't see things, unfortunately. I can't see what exactly you see. But don't buy anything, okay? If you're participating in the Box of Books program, you're set, you're ready to go. You don't have to do anything else. Now, if you're not participating in Box of Books, you're all ready to go too. This is how you access these materials. The only difference is that you're going to get a bill later on in the semester. Okay, so you click here and you follow all the instructions to register and make sure you remember your password and all that, okay? I understand that they tell me it works better if you use your campus email address. And also, it tends to work best if you use Google Chrome as your browser. It doesn't always work with the Apple browser. And Google Chrome is your best bet. Okay, so let's click. After you have registered and all that, it'll take you straight in to the book. Okay, straight to the class. Eventually. Okay. And here we go, and you'll see your class right here. Now, this may not be your class. Again, it may be a micro class. But the first three modules are the same for micro and macroeconomics. So we're okay. Now, notice I said modules. Now, modules and chapters are different. Okay, this module 1, includes chapters 1 and 2. And you get a little extra time because of that. But the first three modules are the same in micro and macro. We assume that you have no previous economics experience. You can take these classes in either order. Students who have already taken, if you've already taken one or the other, I have found that students actually really appreciate this review. If you're going through it the second time, it is a pretty good review. And anyway, so it's not all wasted. If you've already had it, the review is quite worthwhile from what students tell me. So you might want to, well, let me move that over just a little bit. There we go. You might want to, well, yeah, I just did it by accident. Expand everything right there so you can see. Now, the first thing you might want to do, well, not might want to do, the first thing you should do and need to do is just, again, start at the top and click your way down. How many times are you going to hear that from me? Here you have a video tutorial of MindTap, just kind of gets you introduced to the whole thing. And notice it says practice right here. If it says practice, it doesn't count for your grade. Here's the due date. Everything's due just before midnight. And notice over here, 100 points. It says this is worth 100 points. Okay, ignore that. If it says practice, okay, doesn't do anything, but they still have the points over there. How to do Apply assignments, go through that. Some of this is a bit time consuming. Now, the thing I want to tell you about this is some of the questions in there. I actually used to have this, it was required to make sure everybody did it, but the questions in there are harder than the questions in the class. So you don't want to worry too much about getting the right answers. Okay, you just kind of want to get introduced to how this stuff works. Then you're ready for chapter 1. Here we are, 10 Principles of Economics. Read the chapter. You click on that. That takes you to the chapter. Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, and I must have been. What it will do, and it's kind of convenient, it'll pick up automatically where you left off. So I've got to go back to the beginning. Okay, here we go. You scroll down, scroll through. Here's the table of contents for the chapter. So you just click your way through it. Now the chapter has a lot of little videos in here. Make sure you watch those. You just go through it like that. Now, what I want to especially point out is the quick quizzes, which are part of your grade, are embedded in the chapter. Here we go. Well, no, here's a concept clip. These are little videos as well. Go ahead and watch those. And eventually, usually there's 3 or 4, a handful of quick quizzes. There's another concept clip. They're just practice. They don't count for anything. But again, be sure to watch them as you read through. We finally hit one. Here's a quick quiz. Just click on that. And here's how you click on it over here, actually, where you got a little arrow that opens it up. And you see you just start the assignment. And this will ask you questions about what you just did. Okay, you go through that and check your work. And if you missed it, like I just did, okay, you can do it again. Okay, you can do this a million times if you want. So these are basically free points. And so don't pass them up. Okay, the quick quizzes and the chapter quizzes and problems and applications combined for 20% of your grade. Okay, the chapter quizzes, they're the same situation. You get as many tries as you want, so those are basically free points. Problems and applications, you get 3 shots at it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So anyway, you just go through the chapter, read it, watch the videos as you go, and when you come up on these here's another quick quiz, click there and take it. Nice little quiz for what you just read. Okay, now to get back where we were, you can click the X there. This brings us back to what MindTap calls the learning path. Okay, that's where we're in right now. So in this learning path, we've got the chapter, and we just clicked on that. We read through the chapter, right? These 3 activities are actually the quick quizzes. You can also see them here, but they're embedded in the chapter. You want to read them in the chapter. They don't do you any good if you really do them here, but here they are nevertheless. And this orange dot counts towards your grade. That's the stuff that counts towards your grade. And each quick quiz is worth 5 points. Concept clips, okay, they're embedded in there as well, and you can get in the chapter. So those are best just as you read through the chapter. Okay, so you've got next, you have the chapter quiz. Counts towards your grade. Get as many shots as you want at that. Next thing, practice and apply. Now these, you get 3 chances. and you get the average of the 3 chances. Now, if you don't have to have take all 3, but you get 3 shots at these, and these are designed to prepare you for the homework problems. And the homework problems, these by the way, count towards your grade, as you can see. So the quick quizzes, the chapter quizzes, and the problems and applications combine to account for 20% of your grade. Now, all that's in the syllabus. Look under the grading in the syllabus, okay? Now, chapters will also have video problem walkthroughs. This is a great resource to just help you understand some things better. They don't count for anything, but they're a good resource. Now, next is your homework. After you've done the quick quizzes, the chapter quiz, the problems and applications, you've read the chapter, all that, now you're ready to do the homework. Now, think of this homework as a chapter test. This is the big dog in the grading. These account for 40% of your grade. So you go in there and you work on these. Let me just illustrate here. Okay. Well, let's just pick one. Now this is set to do no harm. That means if you get 90% on your first try, but you really want to have another shot at the questions, but you're afraid you might do worse, there's no risk. Let's say you get 90% on your first try and 100% on your second try. Those are averaged, and so your score will be 95%. But let's say you only get 80% on your second try. Okay, that'd be an average of 85. But you got 90 on your first try. Okay, do no harm means you can't go down by trying it again. You can't go down. Now, what you want to do when you do a question, you can push grade it now, or save and continue, continue without saving, whatever. But that's you go through those questions, and then you're pretty much done with that chapter. Now, all this is done in chapter in the intro. You get lots of practice doing that. And in chapter 1, I'm not going to count that towards your grade. That is a walkthrough, basically. However, there will be questions on chapter 1 in the first exam. So don't blow it off. This is your chance to get to know how the system works, okay? So just because it doesn't count for your grade, okay, I know it says it counts for your grade. I'm not going to count it in the calculation of your grade. And this prepare for test, that's just some more resources. Chapter 2, same thing. Here's the book, the chapter in the book. You read that. You do the quick quizzes and all that, and you get to the chapter quiz, and then you just scroll down. Orange counts towards your grade, means it counts towards your grade. Problems and applications, you get the 3 chances. They're averaged, but they don't count nearly as much as your grade as the homework. Homework's down here. Now this has a few more resources. Video problem walkthroughs. Again, very handy. If you might want a little more understanding on something, there you go. Building graphs, more resources. Okay, notice it says 20 points, 20 points. If it says practice, ignore it. It doesn't, they're not going to count towards your grade. Okay, calculating the slope, that's not important. We're not going to do the algebra slope calculation in the class. Math and graphing help if you, again, need a little extra help on graphing. I think the video I put in the Brightspace is all you need. But okay, homework, again, the big dog in the grading is the homework. Okay, well, that is it. Let me just point out one more thing back here back here is MindTap Student Support. That is a great resource if you're having any trouble, or you can contact me. All right, that's